It's absurd that I would die this way, but I can feel the warmth of the flames grow closer. I am a 24-year-old eccentric. I have an obsession with Victorian dolls. My name is Elizabeth Downs, which I think is a shit name, by the way.
Elizabeth Downs? Downs what? Come.
Excuse me. With glee, I followed the man to a small room in the back of the shop before suddenly the world went black. Alice moved towards me. I wanted to plead for her aid, for her mercy. She looked angry, and I was scared. I could not move my head, but I could see the doll from earlier out the corner of my eye. It now sat next to me, matching my size. I could do nothing but sit on my little shelf and watch as the man walked away.
Welcome to episode 8 of Ghost Huns. Ooh, with Hannah
and Suzie. That was kooky, wasn't it?
We're so kooky.
Introducing
kooky and cute.
Other. We're in a new venue.
We are. We've decided to just mix things up and just sit on a stage.
Yeah. And guess what? It's New Year.
It's New Year, baby.
Happy 2023. I bought you a bottle of Prosecco.
Smack
Look
that
at
on
that.
the table.
It's good, isn't it?
So, yeah.
You
Hannah,
talk. I'm going to open it. I want some.
Okay. Hannah bought a bottle of Prosecco for this episode. So let's see where that takes us. We have a Ouija board for this episode.
Oh,
so,
my God. It's kicking off.
So no one can hear what Hannah's saying. But I think she just said it's kicking off.
It's going down in Ouija Town.
Going down in Ouija Town.
Let's get ready. Let's get ready to Ouija.
Hannah?
Yeah?
Just so you know, we have to take the Ouija really seriously.
Okay, sorry.
Because if you mock it, it will come back to bite you.
How much research have you done on the Ouija board?
Quite a lot. I've Googled it.
So, I've just... Megan. Is the likelihood that Barney's going to get haunted?
No, I would say the people channeling the actual board.
So just me and you.
Yeah, just me and you. Not you, Barney, don't worry. But we're going to give it a go and just try and see who's here. It's Stockwell. Who's around that's dead?
You suggested Aaron Carter yesterday. Might be.
I did. Yeah, I didn't know that.
Is Aaron Carter too soon?
Oh, wow. Vivienne Westwood. Isn't she a massive Tory? Founder of punk and lover of David Cameron.
Go hand in hand.
Okay, so we could try Viv. Aaron Carter. See, who was the baddie? Was it Aaron or Nick?
Aaron was like the wayward child, wasn't he? Nick was good. Nick was in Backstreet Boys.
I love how you're... Right now, Hannah is opening a bottle of Prosecco and holding a microphone, which is actually quite impressive. Yeah, so Nick Carter was the baddie. It was a bit of a misogynist, right? His older brother, I think, was the baddie, and I think the younger one, Aaron, is dead. So let's see if Aaron's here later, but that might be a bit distasteful. Woo! That is a Prosecco opening. Love that. Have you just bought... It's not Prosecco, is it? Oh, no, you're fine. Honestly, I nearly had a fucking heart attack. So, Hannah, I basically haven't been able to ask you about the traitors yet.
Oh, the traitors.
So, as you probably know already, if you're listening, Hannah won a fucking show on BBC One called The Traitors. So... Tell us. I mean, I feel like a radio host now. Tell us, Hannah. Tell us about your win.
Yeah, well, I just went off and won a BBC show, you know. Do you know what? It's bloody lovely. Couldn't be happier. Absolutely thrilled. I found myself becoming incredibly. Already, I fell into celebrity. Celebrity. Why can't I speak? Already, I fell into celebrity tendencies.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because I'm like, oh, do you know, it's been really hard. I had to drive back to this morning, and then get into BBC Radio 2.
So really, I'm here to ground you before you become a massive.
And then my mum, I was on Radio Stoke the other day because from Stoke-on-Trent. my mum was like, when's your radio's taken to you? I was like, oh, I think it was this morning. And she was like, a year ago today, if somebody was to talk about your sold out shows on the news, you wouldn't have acted like this. You've changed.
Oh, no.
She
You've
didn't. She's
disappointed
fine.
your mom?
No, it's been very busy. But it's been lovely, thank you. Did you enjoy it?
I absolutely loved it. It was thrilling.
It was thrilling, yeah.
It was thrilling. I love that you were with Will till the end, until you weren't.
I know. Do you know, this man at the tube station literally is just shouting when someone who works there as I was getting off the tube, and I went, "You're all everywhere!" And I was like, "Excuse me?" I thought he was being racist to me.
Go home.
Go back to where you came from.
Go back to Stoke, bitch. Hannah, can you tell me a story?
Yes, I can. Okay, you ready?
I am, yeah.
For my story. Okay. It's absurd that I would die this way. It's absurd. Anyone could die this way. It's preposterous, but I can feel the warmth of the flames grow closer. Unable to move, all I can do is search my memories and try to discover what I have done to deserve this fate. Are we confused? Yes, we are.
Yeah.
My name is Elizabeth Downs, which I think is a shit name, by the way.
Elizabeth Downs?
Yeah, it sounds a bit...
Elizabeth Downs. Downs what? Come.
Excuse me. Excuse me.
I've heard it for
What did you say? No, I'm not letting this go. What are you talking about?
I don't know.
I get it.
How did you not get it?
What are you fucking talking about? My name is Elizabeth Downs. Come. That's my impression of you. Okay.
Oh, God.
I'm a 24-year-old eccentric. I have an obsession with Victorian dolls. I keep doing doll stories, don't I?
Yeah, you do.
They have just enough a mix of creepy and cute that I cannot get enough of them. When have you ever needed a mix of creepy and cute? It's just the perfect mixture. My friends mock me for it, and not everyone is thrilled to see my collection, but I never mind it. I was never one to care what others thought. A new antique shop had recently opened, and I was paying it a visit after seeing a doll from the window. It had on a black dress with a white umbrella in her hand. I had to take a look. A middle-aged man in an old suit. This is so basic, isn't it? It's just like all the
We love
classics.
that, though.
Yeah, I know I do. A middle-aged man in an old suit approached me as I walked up to the doll. "Do you like her?" he said.
To the what?
As I walked up to the doll.
Oh, doll.
You pissed?
Yes. Next question.
Next question. Oh, sassy pants. I'm going to put it down so I can drink and read all at the same time. A middle-aged man in an old suit approached me as I walked up to the doll. "Do you like her?"
Oh, Victor's back.
No, this is Victor's younger brother, Craig.
Fit.
He listened intently as I told him my own fascination with such dolls. I don't know why I felt so compelled to tell this stranger my own hobby with such enthusiasm. He seemed truly absorbed in what I had to say, waiting patiently for me to finish with a smile on his face. "I can show you an even better doll in the store if you like." I don't know why he's from Harry Potter now.
Yeah, he's like Ollivander.
Harry Potter. Harry Potter. With glee, I followed the man to a small room in the back of the shop before the world went black.
So hang
Dead.
on. Can I just... What?
No.
And Elizabeth Downs is dead. So Elizabeth is in the shop looking for a doll because she likes dolls.
Yeah, this random man's come up and said, "Yeah, I've got another one."
Come to back room. Come to back room, Elizabeth.
Come to back room, down my
Come to back room, Liz. Right, okay, yeah, go for it, Elizabeth. That won't end badly.
Why is it like an Emmerdale?
On the back row.
With glee, I followed the man to a small room in the back of the shop before suddenly the world went black.
He knocked her out.
What do you mean?
What if the world goes black?
I think. What did you say?
If the world goes black.
No, before that.
He knocked her out.
Oh, sorry. I thought you said he. I thought you said.
What's happening? I feel like it's in the Twilight Zone.
Yeah, no. I thought you said he locked her out, and I was like, where?
Oh, right. We
So I got
actually both
confused.
speak English, but we don't understand
Well,
each
it's how
other.
these massive tongues we've now got. Because we've been haunted and we've been cursed. We've been playing with things we shouldn't be.
I was about to say something, but I won't. Carry on.
What were you going to say?
think.
We may as well at this point. This is going to be about 4 hours long as it is, so we may as well.
I was going to say our clits, but that's...
My clit is bigger than my tongue. And it's as tight
This is
as...
absolute filth and it can't go in.
No,
because
it has
we have
to.
young listeners.
No, we don't.
No, we don't.
No, we don't. No, you called everyone a cunt last week. I awoke to a bright light. I could not seem to move and felt like I was being carried somewhere. As my sight adjusted, I could see the antique shop owner's face close to mine. It seemed huge. Huge moonhead. Okay. I can't lose my fucking mind. It seemed huge. As he stepped back, I realised it was huge. What? I was high up. I could not move my head, but I could see the doll from earlier out the corner of my eye. It now sat next to me, matching my size.
Oh, she's become a borrower. I'm sorry. Has she shrunk?
I think the doll is probably a dead body.
Oh, I'm so confused. Hang on. She's woken up. His big head is looming over her.
I don't really confused.
And so, like, you know, like when you take, like, in Harry Potter, when their head becomes big to breathe underwater.
Yeah.
Is that it? His head's
I think
grown.
so, yeah.
Okay.
It now sat next to me, matching my size. A beautiful doll, indeed. Oh, no, sorry. A beautiful doll, indeed.
Right.
The man said in a sweet voice, with a large grin on his face. The situation was deranged. I tried to yell out, but my mouth would not move. I could do nothing but sit on my little shelf and watch as the man walked away. Oh, she has become a doll. He said, come to the back room. Come to the back room. We've got a much nicer doll. I think he meant her. I could do nothing but sit on my little shelf and watch as the man walked away. Time was hard to keep track of. I was stuck in a plastic body with no way to move and left only with my thoughts. That's
Plastic
fucking
body.
scary, isn't it?
Yeah.
Left alone thinking.
So not a China doll, a plastic one.
Yeah, shit, innit? Like a Barbie
Yeah.
doll. That's less creepy, innit?
Fine. Bit cheapskate this.
Yeah,
lad.
it is. I know I would go mad if things kept up. I tried to entertain my mind by watching customers come and go and the owner sweeping clean in between. Every now and again he looked over at me and smiled. I was left with my hearing as well, but the sound of a little bell as customers entered and exited and a few conversations were nearly all the sounds the store had to offer. Night had fallen twice and I was left alone in the dark. I could only wonder if anyone was looking at me and if it was at all possible for them to find me in this state. On the third day, an older lady looked at me before walking off with the owner. They were out of my sight for a while before I heard the sound of the cash register. Oh, here we go! She's being paid for. Then the owner walked up to me with a box in his hand. He picked me up and was surprised. I could feel it. Why could I feel it?
She's been picked off the shelf by someone.
Yeah.
And
Well, she's been by the owner. Someone's bought her. I was soon sunk into the darkness of the box. All light faded away as the top was closed. Claustrophobia soon set in. My mind panicked, but there was literally nothing I could do. It's hard to say how much time I spent in that box. Much of it has become a blur of panic and sensory deprivation. My mind had floated away in that time. Finally, a light shone into my cage. It was blinding at first, and someone pulled me into it. I saw the frowning face of a young girl, at least 12 or 13 years old. She forced a smile on her face and turned to the old lady from the store sitting on the couch behind her. The words, "Thank you, Grandma," forced their way out of her mouth. She's not happy with this. She hates it.
oh right, she doesn't like the doll.
No. Confusion made way for the realisation that I was some kind of gift. I wanted to scream for help, but it seemed useless. Soon I was shoved back into the box. Thankfully, the top left open, so I was no longer surrounded by darkness. Some time later, I was removed from the box once and unceremoniously thrown on top of a rocking chair. Ooh. Yeah, because we needed a rocking chair in this.
Rocking chairs are
They are
notoriously
fucking terrifying.
spooky.
What is the point in a rocking chair? Is it literally just to rock you to sleep?
I guess so, like the movement, but it just makes me think of The Woman in Black.
Yeah, it's minging, isn't it?
The worst scene in it is that scene.
Oh, it is, yeah. Some time later, I was moved from the box once and unceremoniously thrown on top of a rocking chair. I landed hard against the wooden chair, filling my body with blunt pain. The room clearly belonged to the young girl. It was decorated with pink colours, stuffed animals, and all things girly. However, despite the poor decor... Wow, rude. I saw an opportunity to try to communicate. Holding on to some slim hope that she notices me, or the me that was trapped in this body. Perhaps she did notice something. As she passed, she stared at me. However, my hopes died as she simply said, "Creepy."
So she just looks at the doll and says creepy.
Yeah, but wouldn't you?
Especially if it was like the eyes were like human eyes.
She seems like a dick, to be honest. This woman's annoying me.
What, the 12-year-old child?
Yeah, no, Elizabeth Downs. Elizabeth Downs. Whoa, I can't think of a fucking joke. However, my hopes died as she simply said, "Creepy," and threw a pillow on top of me as she turned off the lights for the night. Claustrophobia set in once again, mixed with the frustration of all that had happened to me. Despite no longer having lungs, I felt like I was suffocating. I tried to will every bit of myself to move as my mind screamed. Then the chair rocked. Just a little. Enough to knock the pillow off balance and let it fall to the floor. I had somehow moved. Not by much, but it was a small victory against my cursed fate. I could see the girl was already in bed sleeping. Small hope started to return that perhaps I would find a way out of this after all. My mind drifted off to what I can only compare to sleep for the first time. I woke up to see the girl standing over me. She had a scared look on her face. Serves her right, I thought to myself. A woman's voice yelled, "Alice," and the dirt girl turned away and left the room.
Always Alice.
It's Alice, Elizabeth, or Emily.
Yeah, always.
They're the only fucking ones. As time passed, I understood that there were rules to my condition. I could move only with great willpower and only when no one was watching. It started with only an inch or so, but grew the more I practiced. With this new hope, I redoubled my efforts to try to seek help. It was one night that I managed to finally remove myself from the rocking chair. I had to drop with a thump to the floor. The impact hurt, but I deemed it worth the pain. I sat on the floor, facing the door to the room. Alice would notice me. She could help me if she knew I was alive. My plan worked, but held unforeseen consequences. Alice walked into the room, and upon seeing me, she shrieked. A moment later, her foot flew towards me, kicking me across the room hard into a wall.
To be fair, that I really respect that.
I'd do that 100%.
If the doll had chucked itself off a chair, you drop it.
Do you know what it is about this? It's the fact that I get scared by dolls quite a lot. And then imagine if this is actually... What if this is it? What if when you die...
You become a doll? That's horrible. So when I was like, just to deviate for a second, when I was like 5, my uncle gave me a China doll for my birthday.
I think that's weird.
It's weird. And
is your uncle a normal man?
Not really, no. No, he's not. No, there's a whole... I mean, he's in Thailand now. Say no more.
Yeah, I
do you know what I mean?
So classic.
Classic.
Why bite? Like...
But when he gave it to me and I opened it, he'd obviously spent quite a lot of money on it, and my first reaction was to hurl it across the room, and my mum had to kind of be like, "Oh, sorry, maybe she just," and I was like, "No, I hated it," and threw this fucking thing.
No, she honestly loves it.
She does love it. Eventually, she'll love it.
She will.
And then it lived in this like glass cabinet, just sitting there.
Oh, that's even worse.
It was horrible. And obviously, like I'm quite proud of myself that I did that. Like, at a young age, I knew that wasn't right.
Why not just put it in a box and stick it away somewhere?
Take it away. Take it to a charity shop.
Yeah, just take it away. Mind you, do you know what? What if you take it away and it comes back?
It comes back. And also, it was a gift. So I think my mum was trying to be like, all right, yeah, thank you so much. She'll love it. She'll eventually, and you just lock it away.
As an adult man, never buy a child a China doll. That's the lesson.
Exactly.
It's really weird and it's really creepy. No offence, Susie's uncle. Hope you're having fun in Thailand. I hope Thailand's really working for you.
Oh, there's a whole story there, but let's carry on.
Okay. A swift moment later, her foot flew towards me, kicking me across the room, hard into a wall. The impact severed my plastic... I nearly said the impact severed my penis. And I did not intend to say that.
Look, if Elizabeth has a penis, great.
No, that's... I really support that. No, I sound sarcastic when I say I support it. I sound like I don't support it at all. I think it's all fine. Love is love.
Yeah, XOXO.
Oh my god! The more I do, the more I fucking. I don't know what I'm saying.
Just don't try and dig yourself out. Let's keep going.
The impact severed my plastic arm from my body. I was filled with mind-numbing pain. I wanted to cry, scream, crumble in agony, but once again, I was unable to move. Alice moved towards me. I wanted to plead for her aid, for her mercy. She looked angry, and I was scared. She picked me up and took my severed arm in her other hand. Enough of this, she said as she walked out of the room with me. I think this is great. She's being really Proactive, that's the word.
Yeah, in my head, she's about to batter Elizabeth with her own arm.
Yeah, in my head, she's like a 12-year-old bouncer.
Yeah.
She's got a little coat on. She's got a little plastic thing on her arm.
Yeah.
She's got a shaved head. But we don't generalise. We walked through parts of the house I was seeing for the first time. I saw no signs of her parents or the old lady I first met. We walked into the home's backyard and I was set on a glass outdoor table. Alice moved towards a large metal bowl with wood sitting in it. It was a fire pit. My heart sank. She picked up some matches from a nearby chair and lit them. With care, she started a fire in the pit and watched it grow. Alice is a really responsible child.
She is, and also like
with
to be
care.
able to start a fire with care. Like it's
I
very
don't
like
start
Bear
a fire
Grylls.
with care when I light my cigarette.
Yeah.
I'm completely irresponsible.
Yeah, I think what a whiz kid.
Yeah.
We like Alice.
Always watching me, she said in an angry tone. I tried to will myself away. I tried to scream, I don't want to die, but it was useless. Soon as the fire grew, she approached me like an executioner to the gallows. Oh, metaphors. I was picked up and
It's not even a metaphor,
It's not,
is
it? It's a simile.
Just an image.
Is it a simile? It is, because it's like, isn't it? It's like, it's a simile. Isn't it?
I went to school.
Barney?
No, I think that's correct.
Thank you.
Thank
Bye. You need to start going to summer school.
Go to school.
Go to summer school. Learn some things. Fill that head with more than 1.5 brain cells. Anyway, I was picked up and marched towards the fire. I'm afraid, really afraid. Please, old lady, man from the shop, anyone, I can feel the flames growing closer, their warmth growing with each inch forward. Please, Alice. The end.
Wow.
So, she's trapped. We don't know how. We don't know why. She's trapped in a doll's body. And that is quite terrifying, isn't it?
I quite like that story that it's from the point of view of being trapped as a doll. I think that's quite
I
clever.
didn't like it that it wasn't scary at all.
No. But listen, we'll get
But do you know what? I thought with the Ouija board, enough's enough for one day. You know, that's going to be enough.
Yes,
scare.
100%. Lovely story. Shall we move on?
So hard.
Somebody has been leaving notes around my house. They're starting to freak me out. They started innocently enough. Don't forget your keys, read the first message, scrawled on a sticky note in loopy letters. It had been left on my fridge door. It immediately grabbed my attention because at the time I lived alone. I had no memory of writing it, and the handwriting didn't match mine or anyone I knew. I was slightly perturbed, but wasn't sure how to react. In the end, I just tossed the note and went to work. The second note came a few days later, left on my kitchen counter. Your face is a picture. You look a little confused. Like
No, I'm not confused. I think it's really weird that you'd go, I live alone. If anyone's leaving notes, no matter what they fucking say, like, I'm not going to question it because they're being helpful at the minute. I was about to forget my keys. And this can continue for a bit.
Well, what would you think if you did live alone and you saw a post-it saying like, like don't forget your keys? Would you think that you've maybe written that yourself?
No.
What would you do? Would you immediately go
leave.
turbo and be like, call the police?
I'd leave. Leave the house. Never go back.
You can't leave the house.
Why?
Because it's your house. You have nowhere else to go.
Yeah, well, I'll move.
Okay. Good to talk. Should I carry on?
Yeah, well, this is the thing. Every time you watch a scary film or something happens in a scary film, you're like, get out the house, just go, you'll figure out later.
I know what I know what you're saying.
Would you honestly think that you might have left that note for yourself? How pissed have you got to be to think that you've
But
left?
I think right now it's not turbo enough.
I'm out.
The second note came a few days later, left on my kitchen counter. The sticky note was pink this time, but still had the same distinctive loopy handwriting. Make sure to pack a lunch today. Again, I was unsettled.
Pepperoni, a frube and a Baby Bell. Lunch of champions.
Yeah, you have packed very nostalgic snacks today.
I'm on the run. What? I'm on the run? Not on the run. I'm on...
What?
I'm on the run. I'm not on the run. I'm on the move a lot. I haven't sat
yeah.
down and had a fucking meal for about 3 weeks.
Oh, babes.
So I am living off...
We need a proper meal.
yeah, I do need a meal.
Yeah. Make sure to pack a lunch today. Again, I was unsettled. Now, any normal person might have reported this to the police, but during that time, I was going through a major depressive spell. Sure. I had moved to a new city away from my friends and family and started a new job that I quickly realised I hated and didn't nearly pay enough.
Jesus Christ.
Home was lonely and work was soul-crushing. I had trouble enough getting out of bed each morning.
Fucking hell.
Let alone filing a report that I'm sure the police would not take seriously.
I bet she quite liked these notes then.
Even more stressed, I crumpled up the note. However, I ended up packing a small lunch for myself. Usually I didn't bother to put the effort in and just ate cafeteria. Sorry.
Yeah, Mexican accent again.
No, I'm not doing a Mexican accent.
Because we do have a Spanish following now.
Puerto Rico.
Puerto. I thought you were going to do an accent for that as well. I'm very close.
No, just Puerto Rico.
Oh, you were close.
I was. Can I do it?
Yeah, go on.
Puerto Rico. Oh, it's good to get that out. It's good.
That was fucking eating you up inside, wasn't it?
Usually I didn't bother to put the effort in and I just ate cafeteria food.
Well
but
done.
against my better judgment, I fulfilled the wishes of the note. That day, the cafeteria was closed. The main cafe...
Why did you look at me then and went, so fuck you? Like, that's what you were saying.
The main... Look, I'm just going to call it a fucking cafe, all right?
Yeah, that's fine.
The main cafe fridge had broken overnight.
Cafeteria.
And many of the frozen lunches inside had gone bad.
Gutted.
Management thought it would... I love all this random...
Management thought... Management have decided that they're going to carry out a health and safety inquest and replace all technical objects.
I think it's really setting the scene and making me feel real creepy. Management thought it'd be better to shut it down for the day. A feeling of unease settled in my stomach after learning the news. It was as if the note had predicted it. The note continued throughout the following weeks. The notes. Sorry.
I'm going to predict that this is going to take a turn for the worse.
Yeah. Duh.
Imagine it's like, yeah, and then they told me to go to a bar and meet a guy, so I did, and they told me to get married, and now when nothing bad happened.
They would typically...
Or a woman.
Sorry?
Mother's love. I made assumptions.
What did you just say? I missed that.
I said, go find a man to marry, and then I very quickly went, oh, woman. Or non-binary person.
Okay, we're really digging now.
As long as they're of age of consent and not an animal.
Is this a woman or a man?
Oh, Barney. I don't think Adam's going to listen to this, but last night, right, I was getting down, really hope he doesn't. I was getting down, because I don't think he'll want me to say this. I was getting, things were going on in the bedroom, right? I had my eyes closed. But I was like, oh, that's nice. The dog had jumped on me. I basically got it on with the dog.
That's fucking disgusting.
Accidentally. It wasn't on purpose. Is that bad?
Where did the dog jump on you?
Like, just like on, like not on my massive,
not in you,
tongue-sized clit. Imagine, wait, like James and the Giant Peach.
You're like, woo!
It is a tiny dog, to be fair. But then he laughed, and I was like, "Is this funny? I've just committed a crime, and I liked it. It's bad."
So last night, Hannah fucked a dog.
That is not the title of the pod.
That's going in, though. Like it went into your clip.
You won't listen to it, it's fine. My mum might.
I take all of it out.
As long as my dog doesn't listen and get terrified. I thought it was really funny
Wilf
though.
is going to look at you and be like...
Yeah. Do we have to take that out? I liked it.
I liked it. Okay.
Maybe take out the bit where I said I liked it. And that's it.
Can we get back to the story, please?
Sorry.
Thank you.
So sorry.
Fucking hell.
Non-binary person, that's where I was.
Look at your little fucking foot just being like... It's like wagging. Your foot is wagging.
Don't bring up dogs, please. I'm very sensitive at the minute.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
The RSPCA are going to call around later. I'm not in. Fuck off.
Where's Rosie?
Around my ovaries.
Okay. The notes continued throughout the following weeks. They would typically show up on random days, no more than 3 notes to a day.
I'm so Sorry. Barney's
Johnny disappeared.
I can hear him just chuckling in the background. Oh my God. Okay.
We all need to hold it to fucking together.
We do need to hold together. Yeah, we've got a Ouija board together.
They were all left in obvious places in my apartment, all on sticky notes, and in that unfamiliar loopy handwriting. They began to grow more prophetic. Take 180 today. There will be a bad accident on your way home.
Oh shit, this is quite handy now.
Janet is going to offer you some cookies at the office. Politely decline. They will give you food poisoning. Marie has been on a diet. Compliment her on her weight loss. She'll end up thinking well of you. Of course, I tested the notes to see if they were accurate. Every time I ignored their advice, whatever it warned against came true. One day, a note said to pack an umbrella, and I purposely didn't. It was forecasted to be sunny that day, so any normal person wouldn't think to pack one. But sure enough, I got soaked that evening walking to my car.
Of course.
There were so many questions I had about them, and those unanswered questions kept festering in my head. I tried writing notes back in return and leaving them out, but I never got a response. I'd speak out loud and ask questions as if, or in case, the note writer could somehow hear me, but this only made me feel foolish. I'd occasionally make a surprise visit home at odd hours just to see if I could catch the note writer leaving their notes. Of course, I never caught them. I tried installing cameras in my apartment, even making sure all of the cameras were completely hidden. But the next day, I found every single one of the cameras' insides completely torn out and placed on the kitchen table with a single note next to them reading, "Never do that again."
No, I'm going. Oh, you're not leaving at this point?
Yeah, to be fair, that's... Yeah, but maybe the depressive spell has kept him... Him or her? Who do you think?
I'm getting she vibes.
She.
They, them. She, her, he, him.
Oh, God. Why did I ask the gender? Why? Why? Why?
You are assuming there is a gender.
Are you okay, Diane? The notes stopped coming after that, which made me deeply regretful. I had grown accustomed to the notes. I had begun to rely on them even. They had significantly improved my way of life after the last few months, both mentally, financially, and socially. I had actually started making friends at the office thanks to their advice. And for the first time in my life, I was even a bit popular. My managers, who before the notes didn't pay much interest in me, now valued my presence and would ask for my opinion on projects. It was no secret I was on my way to promotion. Could I still do that without the notes? I also valued the notes as a friend, as weird as that sounds, or more like a guardian angel. Wherever they were from, they were always protecting me. Without them, the future was suddenly unknown, dangerous. Every time some mild annoyance popped up from that point, from bad traffic to stressful work situations, and even a minor paper cut, I thought about how this all probably could have been avoided if I still had the notes. The next week...
Hang on, where have the notes gone?
They've stopped because he installed
the
the cameras. Yeah. So obviously the note writer...
Oh, so they missed them.
I think it's he.
Really?
I do know it's he.
Okay. Turns out you're a compulsive liar. I think it's he.
I think it is. I just wondered what you thought.
I think it was the... I think it's the complimenting a woman on weight loss from a man. It just seems a bit... You know what I mean?
Yeah, you're completely right.
Do you know what I think that's what it was?
The thing is, I've read this before I read it today, and all the time I've read it, I keep thinking it's a woman.
Yeah, it's very woman.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. You wouldn't be like, oh, well done, I'm losing weight.
No,
yeah,
you wouldn't. It's a bit weird.
It is weird. Okay. The next week, a bright green sticky note appeared on my bathroom mirror. Don't forget to call Mum today, it's her birthday. I nearly cried. I decided to sack my investigation and just accept things as they were.
Why did they nearly cry? Happiness?
I think they're pleased that the notes are back. They're like, oh, thank fuck.
That's a really bad mental space.
Well, we have discussed this. They're not in a good way, are they?
No.
So, slowly, the fog of my depressive spell began to lift, and I could feel myself returning to how I used to be. My confidence rose, and for the first time in a while, I felt in equilibrium with my life. I went out, cracked jokes, and even managed to clean up my apartment.
Oh my gosh.
Good for you. It doesn't say that in here. I also managed to get a girlfriend somehow.
Fuck off.
Her name was Amanda.
Of course it fucking is.
I met her at a pub when I was out with my buddies. The best part of all of this is that for some reason, she seemed to actually be into me. She was gorgeous, way out of my league, really, with long auburn hair that reached down to her back with soft brown eyes. Her laugh was lovely, and the lemon-scented perfume she liked to wear was intoxicating.
Oh, sounds like a prick. Who's got a lovely laugh? Mine lovely.
That's a better laugh. I prefer
You can
that.
describe my laugh as lovely.
Well, how would you describe your laugh?
Gin-soaked.
Yeah. Like a Hogarth painting.
Yeah, 20 B&H, babe. 20 B&H and a 4-pack
Yeah.
of pepperonis.
It's kind of like dirty laugh.
It's filthy.
Yeah, I love it. Love it. What's my love?
Lovely.
Thank you. She was the type of girl you could chat with for hours and never run out of things to talk about. The relationship was still new, so I was trying not to plan a whole future together in my head, but she was so lovable it was hard not to.
She doesn't sound it.
At some point, I briefly thought about telling her about the notes. I've always wanted to tell someone about it, but never really had anyone to tell up until now. I decided not to, however, afraid she might think I was crazy.
Are the notes still happening at this point?
Yeah. Like, obviously, the note writer is, like, forgiven him for the cameras.
Oh, right, yeah.
And now they're like, all right, back to it. There was no point so early in the relationship making her think I was a loon. Plus I was afraid the notes might stop again.
Oh, my God, I'm so sorry. I didn't
That
intend
was
that.
a surround sound cough. Gorgina, Gorgella. The laugh
It's
is
way back,
also...
Gorgina and Gorgella.
Gorgina. Oh, God, it's like Tweedledum and Tweedledee.
Yeah.
Which one's Gorgina and which one's Gorgella?
I'd rather die. That's your real laugh. Why is mine getting weirder? I don't know what's happening. I'm pissed.
Fucking hell.
I've chopped up from yesterday. But why did you think it was a good idea to drink Prosecco on the pod?
There was no point so early in the relationship making her think I was a loon.
Oh, yeah.
Plus,
Not PC.
Plus, I was afraid the notes might stop again. If whoever was leaving them clearly didn't want me looking into them, how would they react if I shared what was happening with somebody? So, at the moment, I kept it to myself. Amanda had a hobby of cooking and had invited me to her house on Saturday for, in her words, the best fucking spaghetti you'll ever eat.
Lies.
I think that's quite nice of Amanda.
I just don't see how, like, I'm so bored of people saying that, like spaghetti is spaghetti. It's spaghetti, isn't it?
I love spaghetti.
Yeah, it's fine. It's absolutely fine.
You think spaghetti's boring?
I think it's shit.
We can't be friends anymore. Oh, that's where our friendship has just ended
I like
right
pasta,
now.
but like, do you know what? Actually, I don't mind a carbonara. I'm not really that arsed about tomato bases.
What?
Not that bothered.
Really?
Well, it's tomato, isn't
You
it?
maybe haven't had the right one.
Yeah, maybe I need to go around to fucking Amanda's. You know, that haircut one. I actually prefer it with butter and salt.
Butter and salt on pasta?
Yeah.
Okay, you're wrong.
Have you ever had it?
You're the problem. It's me. I'm the problem. It's me.
Yeah. No. T-swizzle.
TS, that's you. You are the problem. There's many great pastas out there, and I love pasta, and I love spaghetti, and I'm really bad ones against it.
I like tortellini. Tortellini. That wasn't my attempt at Italian accent, by the way.
This podcast has got so weird. Amanda had a hobby of cooking and had invited me to her house on Saturday for, in her words, the best fucking spaghetti you'll ever eat. I was pumped since this was the first time I'd actually visit her house.
Oh.
Hannah's death rattle. I was in a good mood that evening as I was getting ready for the date. I hummed to myself happily, thinking about how lovely it was going to be, and went downstairs to grab my keys. On the kitchen counter was a new hot pink sticky note. I picked it up.
I've got a question.
Yes, Hannah.
Who's buying the Post-its?
They're clearly just appearing.
Oh.
Yeah, he's not like got a... No. I think
Does he not have to keep...
No,
going?
I think whoever's doing it...
That's interesting, isn't it?
Self-sufficient.
That makes the ghost less scary.
Ready to move on? Thank you. Okay, I'll just rewind a bit. On the kitchen counter was a new hot pink sticky note. I picked it up instinctively. Kill your girlfriend.
Oh my God, that's jumps.
Yeah. My brain stopped for a moment. I read it once, twice, a third time, the words flashing in my brain and hitting an error every time. I set the note down and gulped, feeling nauseous. Anxiously, I went to my car and started driving. I tried not to think about the note, but the words kept circling in my mind. Kill your girlfriend. The notes have never failed me before, and they were always in my best interest, as far as I knew, which was admittedly not much. Maybe they were wrong this time? Maybe it wasn't meant to be taken literally. Kill could be a synonym for break up, right?
No.
My mind... No. You're
Sounds
like,
pretty
kill,
obvious to me.
Go for kill. My mind kept trying to make up poor excuses the whole way there. By the time I arrived, I was a sweaty mess and not a lick calmer.
I feel that pain. I feel like that too.
I pulled down my sun visor to check my face, and a bright green sticky note fluttered out. I went cold. The notes had never appeared outside my house before. Hands shaking, I picked up the note and read it. Kill Amanda. Take the gun from your glove box and shoot her.
Oh, that's pretty good instructions, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like,
to not break up.
It's
then.
not break up, by the way. I looked at my glove box wide-eyed. This is obviously American. I did indeed keep a handgun in my glove box for safety purposes.
Well, I imagine that's what you probably
Why?
do. I read some very scary books about America, and I can understand why you would want to. Well, everyone else does, doesn't they? So if everyone else does, you should.
Okay. So Hannah's pro-gun.
I'm not. I just don't want to be without a gun when everyone else has got one.
That's the slippery slope.
Yeah, it is. But do you want that? Like, if you're, especially because in America, you can drive for 6 hours without seeing anything, and you want to be like broken down without a gun. If a car comes past with someone in it who's got a gun.
So if you move to LA now that you're a massive celeb,
yeah.
if you move to LA, you'd get armed.
Oh, I'd get guns for days.
You fucking would, wouldn't you?
Guns for days.
Oh my God. That is not the title of the podcast.
I'd rather have security.
Sure, but
I don't want the gun. I don't want it.
Well, you just said you did.
So what would you do?
I'm not going to be.
Do you know what? It's more about ending up stranded in the middle of nowhere.
How is a gun going to help you stranded in the middle of nowhere?
Because if somebody comes along and wants to murder you, they will have weapons. You will have nothing.
How likely is it if I'm driving in the outback, someone's going to come and try and get me in the way?
Well, I thought we were in LA, not Australia. First of all.
In Australia, have you seen Wolf Creek?
Remember that school I told you about? I think
Yeah,
you
an
should
education.
go. Yeah, exactly. If those women had had a gun, Wolf Creek would never have happened.
Okay. Well, you like guns.
What would you? No. I just got through the gender thing. Now I'm getting to the gun thing. What would you do if you went? You wouldn't buy one at all.
I don't think I would want a gun because I don't feel like you know what I'm like with driving? We've discussed this. Imagine me with a gun.
Okay.
I'd get very distracted and end up pointing it at something I shouldn't. And then I get a bit trigger
It
happy.
is hard to shoot a gun, actually.
Yeah, exactly. So I shouldn't ever be armed. And I don't think anyone else should.
But what if someone breaks into your house with a gun? Wouldn't you be like, oh, fuck's sake?
I wouldn't try and shoot them. I'd
Should
be
have
like...
got that gun.
Okay. Should we carry on?
Yeah.
Yeah. I did indeed keep a handgun in my glove box for safety purposes. I wanted to puke, to believe this wasn't happening. Again, I ignored the note and walked up to Amanda's house, trying to shake the message from my mind. She answered the door almost immediately after I rang the doorbell. "Hey, what's up?" she said with a bright smile. But when she saw my face, the smile dropped. "You okay, Gary?"
Gary?
"What's wrong?" she said in concern.
Didn't see him as a Gary, did you?
As a Gary.
I saw him as a bit of a...
No, didn't see him as a Gary.
I think I saw him as a bit of a Toby.
Yeah, or a Ben.
Oh, Ben!
Yeah.
I don't know why, but whenever men
He
are
ain't
described
Gary.
as... When men are called Ben in books, I always think the dad's sexy.
Ben.
Yeah.
Bens are
Is Ben a
sexy,
sex
but
name?
they are too close to their mothers.
That sounds like a very specific situation.
Yeah, either they hate them or they're too close.
Okay, fine.
So that's
Great.
for all Bens. So Ben, if you're
Every
listening,
single...
get a bit of space.
Ben, cut those apron strings, fly the nest, get off the teat.
Yeah, get off the titty. Okay. "You okay, Gary? What's wrong?" she said in concern. "Nothing," I lied, trying to force a smile. Well, Actually, I think I might have a bit of a stomachache. Come in, she said, ushering me in.
You've made her incredibly annoying.
Yeah.
I'd shoot her in the head.
Yeah.
Even
Okay.
if the note
I
didn't tell
wouldn't
me to.
straight off, but...
Well, you wouldn't. You haven't got a gun.
Yeah, well,
You'd be
yeah.
calling me, asking me to do it for you.
Hannah, can you bring your gun, please?
I know, I'm just in Australia.
Pop a cap in her Glock brain. Come in. She led me over to the kitchen table. She then took my hand and rubbed it comfortingly. If you're not feeling up to spaghetti, we can always have it another time. Don't worry about it. Do you want any antacids or something?
What the fuck is going... What, he's literally just walked in and she's already presumed he's got heartburn.
No, he said, if you were listening, I actually think I have a bit of a stomachache. Yeah, have a listen. What are antacids, please?
Antacids are for your heartburn.
Right.
So you know like Rennies and Tums?
Yeah.
Just chalky stuff.
Oh, right, okay. Okay, do you want any antacids or something? I smiled. The way she was so concerned for me over a simple stomachache made me fall in love with her all over again. My heart panged with both love and guilt. The aroma of cooked spaghetti was also extremely strong, and even though she said it was fine, I knew it would probably be a bummer for her to pack away all that spaghetti after just making it. I'm fine, sweetie. I probably have a stomachache because I haven't eaten much today. I was looking forward so much for your spaghetti. Her smile returned again. I always loved how fast she smiled at things. Well then, Mr. Hungry, let me grab you a bowl. Mr. Hungry!
Mr. Hungry,
Mr.
fuck
Hungry.
off. Fuck off, Mrs. Prick.
Yeah.
Mr. Hungry.
That is so disgusting,
That's
isn't it?
vile.
Like the way they're flirting with each
Yeah,
other.
it's absolutely disgusting.
She left for the kitchen. I reclined back and sighed, sticking my hands in my pockets. I felt a crinkle of paper. Shit. I pulled the paper out of my right pocket. Take your chair and bash her head in.
Fucking cat. I thought she was supposed to shoot her in the head.
This note writer is like, she needs
Bashing
to
someone in the head with a chair is quite...
Take your chair and bash her head in.
Oh my God. How could you even... I don't think I've got the strength for that. I couldn't be arsed.
I had a hard time controlling my breathing as I stuffed the note back in my right pocket. I also felt paper in my left pocket, and against my mind screaming for me not to, I pulled it out, realising that it was actually 2 notes crinkled together. Shakily, I unwrinkled the first one. Do not eat the spaghetti. Drugged.
Oh my God, is Amanda... to be fair, she did call him Mr. Hungry. That is psychotic behaviour.
What's that, Gary? Asked Amanda behind me. Oh no, what's that, Gary? As in she's seen the note.
Oh, she's so weird. To be fair, you are performing it.
Yeah, to be fair, I have to.
I'm enjoying it.
I nearly jumped out of my skin. I stuffed the notes back in my left pocket. Just a note from work. I forgot it was in my pocket, I said in a weird voice. She frowned, looked like she wanted to say something, but then thought better of it. Here, babe, she said gently, handing me a bowl of spaghetti. It looked heavenly. I wanted to puke. She sat next to me with her own bowl. She rested her head in her hands and looked at me excitedly.
Swap 'em.
Expectantly. I stared at her blankly. Well, take a bite, silly, she said, gesturing towards my bowl. I'm so sorry, I really need to use your bathroom. I jumped up and started looking for her bathroom. She jumped up after me, looking confused. Gary, what's wrong? You've been acting weird. When I found the right door, I went in and locked the door behind me. She kept knocking and knocking. Gary, seriously, what's wrong with you? Is it the stomachache that bad? Talk to me, Gary, please. I backed up against the bathroom wall, then sank down to the floor. I pulled out the 2 notes from my left pocket again. This time, I read the second note. My heart sank. She is not Amanda.
I thought you were going to say, she is not a man.
That's the end.
Oh.
Yeah.
So do we think that Amanda ever really existed in the first place?
Well, I think Amanda did, but I think who he thinks is Amanda is not Amanda.
What if Amanda is the one leaving the notes?
Do you think?
What do you think, Barney?
That was going to be my theory. And it
Oh.
was like a test, and when he didn't shoot, it was going to be like, oh, she was going to say something like, oh, you should have listened to the notes.
That would have been a better ending, I think. Because it's a
yeah.
bit unclear. Like, obviously, it's like some ghost entity
Yeah.
trying to save him.
Yeah.
I don't like it when they turned weird on him and bashed up the cameras. But
That's a bit weird.
like, never do that again. But Amanda clearly was some fucking loon trying to kill Gary.
I think Amanda is a shapeshifter and has now turned into something completely different. And our other Amanda is... Real Amanda's dead and she's now a ghost.
Yes.
Because she's trying to help him and she's just like, don't go down there, there's loads of traffic.
Yeah.
Don't go. Also, a big ick for me is when someone desperately needs an umbrella to go from like the house to the car.
Oh,
I fucking hate that.
Yeah.
Like, get my Mac on, get my coat on.
Yeah. As in, like, you're just so close.
Who can be arsed?
Yeah, but also, like, think about frizzy hair, Hannah.
Yeah, but I don't know if you've noticed, but more recently, I don't give a shit.
Both of us have just let ourselves go.
We are gone.
We are happy with that rain. Now on to our segment of Celeb Story.
Woo! Is it about me?
No, it's not about you, actually, Hannah. It's always about you. Okay.
My mummy said it was.
My mommy said I'm special. So this is about, and don't peek.
Sorry.
You have a little tendency to peek, like Lynn. You are the OG Lynn. So this is about Girls Aloud going ghost hunting with Yvette Fielding.
Fuck off.
And this aired in 2011 on ITV2, and it's the best thing I've ever seen. And it's on YouTube.
That's so weird because I saw a small, tiny clip like yesterday.
Did you?
Totally randomly.
No.
When I was flicking through. No, like literally tiny. But I was like, I need to go and watch that.
How weird.
That is
And
weird.
honestly, it's the best thing ever. So there's...
Cheryl's a bit... Is Cheryl a bit of a pessimist about it?
No, she's actually the one who goes for it the most.
Oh, really? Oh.
So 4 of them do it. So was it? Is it
Sarah Harding.
Sarah R.I.P.
R.I.P. God love her.
Sarah, I love her. But she does it. Nicola does it. Kimberly's there and Cheryl, but Nadine refuses. And when it starts, Yvette goes to Nadine's house and it's all filmed. And she knocks on her door and she's like, Nadine, what are you doing? Come and join the girls. We're going ghost hunting. And Nadine, she's Northern Irish, right? She's like, no, I don't like that. I'm scared of it all.
Oh my
like,
God, that is such a good
No, I don't like
accent.
that. And she goes, no, I'm just too scared, like of ghosts and birds.
Suzie, that accent is so good.
Yeah, she doesn't, and she goes, ghosts, birds, and dead things. She doesn't like dead things. So, and I just thought it was great. And I was like, fair enough. Nadine has to just, do her own thing.
Yeah.
So then they go to a place called...
That's sad though, because I like Nadine a lot.
Yeah, she seems the most
She
like
brings
normal.
something to the party.
Yeah.
Birds and dead thanks. Was that
that
all right? Was that okay? Dad thanks.
What did you say?
Dad thanks.
Dad
And birds. Oh, I don't-
Party!
Jesus. It's like Mrs. Doubtfire.
Yeah.
Help us on the way, dear.
Help us on the way, dear. And then they go to a Jacobean mansion called Plasteg. And the 4 of them are there. And then Yvette, when they get in, they're like, okay, so there's loads of stories attached to this place. And Yvette's like, if there's a woman present, touch me.
Oh, God.
And then Cheryl says, oh, me. and then Cheryl says, I feel like an idiot, but I got a pain in my foot.
Food.
Yeah, and then Yvette goes, I wouldn't associate that with paranormal activity, actually, Cheryl.
Right.
Actually, she shits on Cheryl's, Cheryl's trying to be like, no, my foot hurts. And then,
You are so good at accents.
oh, thank you.
I wish I was that good at accents.
And then they go around, and then Cheryl says, oh my God, I got a pain in my stomach. And then Yvette says, where? And Cheryl points at her stomach, and Yvette goes, no, which room? And I was like, well, obviously, I think, honestly, Yvette obviously doesn't like Cheryl.
No, she obviously fucking hates. Because I think this is great.
Isn't
Also,
it?
I actually feel like I'm with all of Girls Aloud.
Yeah, it's amazing. And as it goes on, Nicola gets more and more freaked out and she gets spooked. And as she gets spooked, so basically there's, I can't remember his name, but he's like a celebrity psychologist. And he's sat in a black cab outside Plasteg. And he's in a black cab and they've plastered it with like white crucifixes, like stickers.
Fuck off.
And where it says taxi, it says ghosts. And he's in there and he's like, come on in, Nicole. And she's like, I'm just dead scared. And then they do a seance. And as they're doing the seance, Cheryl says, something just touched my arm. And then Yvette says, are you sure it wasn't a spasm? She is honestly, she
Yvette
thinks
hates her,
she
doesn't she?
hates her.
Proper hates
And then Yvette's like, was it a pinch or a stroke? And then Cheryl says, a stroke. And then she starts wiping away tears. And then suddenly Yvette finds a ball, like a little plastic ball. She's like, oh my God, it's a ball. And that's brilliant. And then they go to an abandoned sanatorium in Cheshire, and it's like built in the 1900s. And they go to the mortuary section of it, and there's this lab assistant, apparently like this matron who like haunts it.
Right.
And Kimberly's like the cynical one, and then they do a Ouija board in this sanatorium, and Nicola bows out again. She's like, no, fuck this. And they've got this like glass ramekin on the board, and they're pushing it around, and Yvette's like, that's fantastic, you're doing so, nothing happens, but she's like, that's really fantastic, girls, you're doing such a great job. And then Yvette's like, why don't you get into where they put the bodies in the freezers, you know,
Morgue.
those drawers, yeah, thank you, yeah, it's called a morgue.
I can't wait for you to go back to school.
I know, I really do need
So
to.
you know your worth.
I know. And then she suggests it to the girls, and Kimberly's like, no, it's dirty. And then Cheryl says, I don't want a disease.
That Cheryl Cole voice isn't that good? I think it's outrageously good.
Yeah, she doesn't want a disease. So fair enough, Cheryl. And then how does it end? Then they go to a nurse's house, and it's only Kimberly and Cheryl left. Sarah's left, Nicola's left, Nadine's in her house.
Cheryl loves it.
And then they see a wheelchair in the dark, and they lose their shit. And then 2 pebbles are thrown at Kimberly. Yeah.
Was it Cheryl?
And then Cheryl says, that is nasty. Fucking bombarded. And then Yvette,
2 pebbles.
yeah. And then Yvette drives them off in a taxi. And then I put here, the best news of this all is that Cheryl, to bring it back to 2023, is going to be in 2222, A Ghost Story.
Okay, I'm annoyed about 222, A Ghost Story. I'm annoyed she's doing it. I'm really annoyed.
Why are you annoyed that Cheryl's in
Because
222?
I want to do it.
Yeah, okay. I know you're a celebrity now, Hannah, but let
I think
Cheryl
they should
have the
forget. I
limelight.
think. Have you ever seen Cheryl Cole act? She's going to be good.
It's
So
when-
is she playing the woman that's like got the
Don't
baby?
give anything away.
I won't. She playing the woman that's got the baby?
Yeah.
Okay. Not the other one.
I think, though, that, you know, we were talking about camp the other day. And
Yes.
How wonderful it is. Bad taste and all of that. I think it doesn't matter if Cheryl can't act. I think the whole joy of that show is that it's like Laura Whitmore and Cheryl. I think.
Well,
they
listen,
don't-
I'm going to go. I will be damned if I miss 222
Oh,
Ghost Story Cheryl.
we have
to go.
We have to go.
We will.
Group
we will
trip,
get
Barney.
yes, but we'll get the receipts and put them through the tax.
Yeah, yeah. We'll dodge the system.
Yeah.
Fuck it.
All
but,
my tax. I'm
But I
fine with
would
that.
say look up Ghost Hunting Girls Aloud because it's one of the
really
best things
want
I've
to-
ever
Where
seen.
did you find it on YouTube?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to watch that today.
It's brilliant.
I'm so excited. That
it's-
was very good.
Thank you.
I enjoyed it. The accents were particularly wonderful. Shall we try and contact some dead people?
I think we should. Let's get haunted so you don't have to.
Beautiful.
So welcome to the section. We get haunted so you don't have to. Now this is our Ouija board special. Hannah's looking like she's got no thoughts, but she is holding some coriander.
I know we jest about sage and shit, but I've been thinking about this, and
Yeah.
I think that any kind of ground fodder is good because the ground grounds us from whatever spirits.
Oh, I see.
Do you see what I mean?
So anything
so
that
we
grows.
could have grass.
Okay. So what do you want to do with that? Do you want to open it? Yeah, open it.
Are
Open
you a
it.
coriander fan, or do you think it tastes like soap?
No, I actually don't
I
mind.
love it.
Can I have a smell?
Yeah, I got smelling.
Oh, that stinks. That's disgusting.
Can't smell it.
That's really.
I've got a blocked
Something's wrong with that.
It's off, isn't it? And pop it in
Oh,
your.
that stinks.
Are
No, I have to put it
you
away.
pregnant?
No.
There is your sense of smell changes.
No, that's disgusting. Put it away.
Okay then. Bye.
Okay.
Okay, well, we've got no protection at all.
Hence being pregnant.
Being pregnant.
Lol, good joke. It was a
Very
joke.
good. No, it was a good joke.
Well, okay, so this is what we have to do. When we enter the game,
Yeah.
we have to ask if that's okay, and then we ask our questions, and then we have to ask if it's okay to leave.
Okay, are you going to play this properly, or are you going to lie?
I'm not going to lie. Not going to lie.
You've got no problems with lying to the dead,
No,
it
well,
turns out.
No, now I've learnt my lesson. So, what we need to do is put 2 fingers on the side.
Both of us?
On the planquette.
Okay, yeah.
Planchette. Yeah. Hey.
Okay.
And then there's our little candle, amber blush.
Yeah. That's very on brand for us, isn't it?
Okay, so are you ready to start?
What? So what? So what? It will move, yes or no? If it
No,
was-
no, you don't move anything.
No, it will move. I said
Yeah,
to let us know whether or not we're allowed.
yeah, or it will make letters. So, should we start?
Yeah.
Okay.
Are you sure this is all we have to do? It feels very like we should be doing more.
Like
Was it
what?
like a spell or something?
Not a spell. We just have to say, whoever's there, are we allowed to converse with you?
Are you moving that? 'Cause
I'm not. I just moved my finger over here.
No.
I'll also lightly touch it.
I am.
Are you?
That I can. Are you moving that? Because I can actually feel
No.
it moving underneath. I can't swear to you.
I'm not. I'm genuinely not moving
Well, it's
it.
moving. That
Okay.
might have been me.
Did you
Only
know?
because I think that time it was me. Are you doing this?
No. Oh my God! Stop! You're moving
I
that.
swear to
You're
you,
moving that.
I'm not moving it. I'm not.
Are you sure?
I'm not. I think that little nudge then was me, but that before wasn't me. I thought it was you. But now looking into your eyes, I don't think it was.
It
you.
wasn't me. So that is moving towards yes. So that means we can converse with you. Okay. May I ask? What do you want to ask it?
Is
what's your
Keith
name?
Chegwin there?
Hannah.
Don't.
mock.
Are you fucking shitting me? Wouldn't you love to speak to Keith Chegwin? Hang on,
Why
is Keith
would you
Chegwin
mock
dead?
it? That is, you're mocking it, and
No,
you're
I'm
going
not
to pay
mocking.
the price.
I'm not mocking. Is Keith Chegwin dead? Cheggers. Cheggers. Boom shakalaka, it's Keith Chegwin.
May I ask what your name is?
No, this is
you're
you.
moving
No,
it.
you're moving
it.
No,
Fuck
Susie.
off. Fuck off.
Susie, that was you.
That wasn't
no,
me.
No, that was you.
Why did you do that?
Oh, no, that wasn't me. It was you. Yes, it was you. That was horrible.
That was
No.
horrible.
Oh, bleh,
Hannah,
bleh, bleh.
I'm sorry. You just moved that and it's gone to I. Look at mine.
Barney is gonna win.
It's gone horrible. It went to I.
What does that mean?
What's his name?
Well, how many names start with I? No, that's freaked me out.
You
It
need
wasn't
to
me.
stop.
That moved really fast as well. It wasn't
That
me.
was fast.
If it was me, I would have gone K for
Okay,
Keith.
put it back on. Come on, let's find out this
I
person's
don't think
name.
I want to.
Really?
That really, I don't know.
That was horrible. That was horrible.
You can tell me after whether it was you, because it definitely
It wasn't.
me.
I promise you. I'm not going to do. I've got a confession.
Oh my god!
This is quite weird. Yeah, definitely need a drink.
I didn't like that.
Okay, come on then.
What happens now?
Please, will you spell us your name? Don't move.
I'm not moving it. Fuck off!
Oh my
No,
God.
Does that say it? That's
It.
gross.
Oh my God, like the clown. What?
Okay, that's enough of that.
What?
Thank you for listening to
Oh
Ghost
my
Hunt.
God. Oh my God.
You moved that.
I didn't.
Right, Barney, who you trusting more? The one who lied last game?
I know. It's
Or
like.
the person who just won a show called The Traitors.
Yeah. It's you.
I swear to you. I swear to... I mean, that doesn't mean anything anymore. I swear it is not me. I swear to you, it's not me.
Okay. Okay, what do you want to ask?
Are you nice?
You are.
That's moving on its own. That's moving on its own.
Why would you do that?
Wasn't me.
You are.
Not me.
Oh my God, it isn't nice. You're about to take a
No.
poo on stage.
Okay, let's think about this logically.
That is absolutely horrible. I did not move that.
I'm going to die.
Pennywise is here and they're not
I promise
nice.
you I didn't do that. I'd rather Keith Chegwin,
Oh my God. Okay.
to be honest.
What else should we ask?
Did you used to do Chestertons? Keith Chegwin used to do Chestertons.
Okay. What do you want?
I'm shaking.
I don't like it.
That was me.
I'm touching it so lightly.
Oh my god.
Why would you do anything?
Do you think they've gone?
Fuck off, you little bitch. You absolute little cunt.
I swear to you, that was the only time I've ever done it. Swear
I haven't
to you.
any of the other times.
The other times I did not. That was the only time. Because I wanted to see your reaction, and it was genuinely quite scary.
Yeah, I am scared. Okay. What do you want?
Do you want revenge?
Are we changing the question?
Yeah, because they're not spelling anything out.
That was so weird before, though.
No, I swear that was not me.
That wasn't me either.
That bit was, obviously. The other bit wasn't me. Oh, my hands feel weird. No. Fuck off. You've just done that.
I haven't.
You have.
What are you doing?
I swear to you, you did that.
I did not.
Do you know what's really weird, though? You can't actually feel anyone pushing it.
No. So you want revenge? No.
No.
Okay, what do we want to ask? Where are you?
Are you going to haunt me? Is it too much?
No, we don't. No, we don't want to do anything nasty. What about? Are you here with anyone else?
Keith Chegwin.
Keith Chegwin. Are you here with anyone else?
I think that's a no.
I'm not here with anyone else.
Thank
Okay.
God I don't could deal with anymore.
How old are you?
Yeah.
Okay. How old are you?
Whoever this ghost is weak as fuck. Sorry, I didn't mean that. I'm not doing this.
I'm not doing anything. Oh my God. Oh my God. What are you doing?
It's not. My finger's moving over the thing. Honestly, I'm touching it that lightly. How old are you? G. Good.
Well, W it says. In there. Maybe that's what it is. What's that mean?
Maybe it means...
Well old. Let's ask what it wants.
Okay.
Okay. What do you want?
This is you.
It's not. Look at my fucking fingers. They're literally hovering.
V. Thanks, Barney.
Oh no.
What about V for violets?
V. Okay. You're moving that.
I'm not. Promise you. I promise you I'm not.
What the fuck?
V0. This is not
on?
me. I promise you. It is literally, it's barely even touching it.
Vow. What does that mean?
I
I don't like that. What does vow mean?
I don't know.
Vow.
Does that mean you've got to vow?
For what?
It's probably you.
What do you mean probably me? Don't put it on me.
Probably you. You're not asking the questions.
Okay. What else can we ask it?
What do you want me to vow?
What do you want me to vow?
This is moving so much faster
Oh
than it was
my
before.
God, stop.
It's
H?
not me.
What was that? What the fuck was that?
What was that? Okay, I don't like this.
It said H.
What was that noise?
This is really creepy now. I don't like it at all. I wish that coriander was back.
I wish it was not off.
H.
Oh, I didn't
Should
stick
we carry
with the phone
on?
and got it, yeah.
Why?
Is this you?
No. It isn't. It's obviously you.
We know it's not me.
Where's it going? He. H-E.
What was the question? What do you want?
What do you want? What's the vow?
Oh, what was the vow?
Oh, God.
That's
Stop
really...
that.
Hey. Why did that creep me out more than the other one?
Hey. What does that mean?
Barney just
You definitely were moving it. I could see your fingers doing it.
I did that one.
I think you're lying.
I did one.
I think you're getting revenge after when I did Sarah Sarita. You are, aren't you?
No, I promise you. I promise you.
Don't lie to me.
I promise you I'm not lying. I'm not lying. I'm not. I swear on everything I'm not moving it.
So now it's saying hey.
Yeah, it's not good, is it? Should we say, hey?
Hey. Hiya. Okay.
Don't upset it. Whatever it is. Oh, my God.
Okay. Do you wish us well?
What if it says no?
We need to know. Fuck off. Why was you moving it?
It's not me. And I actually don't think it's you.
I'm not doing a fucking thing. Okay, that's towards no. So that's good.
Good. Are you indifferent?
Should we say, are we okay to leave you where you are you how do we get out of this?
Can we leave the game?
Can we please leave the game?
Well, the Ouija board, whatever.
Okay.
Can we please go now?
Thank you for conversing with us. Give us give us a sign that you're here.
Oh, fuck off. Are you serious?
I am What?
I'm waiting for a sign.
Give us a sign you're here.
I swear to God, if the lights go off. Funny!
Fuck you!
Oh!
I don't like...
What? What's happening?
Whoa, something weird happened!
What do you mean?
I got a weird feeling in my microphone.
Okay.
I don't want to be that guy, but the GoPro just cut out.
No, right.
Are
you serious?
Yeah.
You're not.
No. It went off because I was like, oh fuck, I pressed the wrong button, and I was like, that's not linked.
I'm actually going to cry. I actually feel like I'm going to cry.
Oh, we
That
fucked it.
Oh my God, that has made me feel really grim.
My mum was going to get mad.
We need to exit the game.
Okay.
We need to exit it. Okay.
What if it says no?
Thank you for giving us a sign that you're
Thank
here.
you.
We wish you well, and may we please leave the game.
Good.
Fuck off! It says no. What do we do?
I don't know.
How do you?
What if it's both of us without thinking that we've moved it?
Okay,
GoPro's
really,
a bit weird,
really
though, innit?
light on the planchette.
Stop saying planche.
Is it called? What's it called? A planquette?
I don't know. Just the way you say it with such vigour.
Really light. What are we asking?
Are you going to hurt us?
Can we please leave you in peace?
Oh. Amen.
Are you still with us?
Oh my
Oh,
God.
stop, Hannah.
It's not me. It's not me.
Hannah.
It's not me.
Hannah, what is this?
Again. Does that mean
What
we can
the
go?
fuck?
Does that mean we can go? Thank you very much.
Thank you, it. That was horrible.
Okay.
Oh my God, I feel absolutely like on edge. I would say...
I feel at one with Keith
I think you were
Chegwood.
pushing it towards the end.
It wasn't.
At the start, though, I fucking freaked out.
No, I promise you it wasn't me. I promise you. Well, are you really surprised that this has happened?
No. We're dabbling in shit that we don't understand.
That's not good.
That is really creepy.
Oh, you might be all
Right, she's
But-
done. Well, thank you for joining us for... Is it episode 8?
We probably won't be back with episode 9 because we'll be fucking dead.
Yeah, we've got Haunted by It.
Yeah, and we asked to leave the game, and he said, "I."
Maybe it was going to carry on being like, I
think he wants to marry you. That's my Memphis vow.
Okay, great. Lovely. Well, thank you for joining us on this bizarre episode of Ghost Huns. Join us next week, and if you've got any creepy stories, email us at ghosthunspod@gmail.com.
Bye for now.
See you next week.
Never doing that again.
Bye. Never, ever, ever.
Wow.